Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Megan. You can call me Coach Meg, Megan, whatever you prefer. If you are, like I said, new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So if you would like to work with me, I am a life coach. You can reach out through email, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. I repeat, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. So let's get into it, guys. You are being prepared. Okay, I repeat, you are being prepared. So in this journey, you are being prepared for your kingdom God-ordained marriage. Okay, now much more than that, but you're being prepared. So with that being said, with preparation, there's going to be a lot of discomfort. There's going to be a lot of stretching and pulling and all kinds of discomfort. And what I try to do is I try to let people know this, because every client that I work with will explain how uncomfortable it is of what they're experiencing. And unfortunately, that is part of the process. So when God is trying to prepare you for a God-ordained marriage, because like I said yesterday, not every single marriage is God-ordained. Okay, so some of us will get married and will not understand really what marriage is. Okay, like we make our own decisions to get married. This is why I teach the word method, to know whether your marriage was God ordained or not. When your marriage is God ordained, that is when it stands for everything what the Bible talks about, because your marriage was handpicked by God. So a lot of you right now that are standing for kingdom marriages have went through this situation where Satan is like clogging your vision and your mindset to think that because your spouse that God has promised you has gotten married, that they're not going to be your kingdom spouse, you know, your God ordained marriage with your purpose and stuff attached to it. That's all from the enemy. That's not true. Okay, so this is why I need you guys to realize that your marriage, when God gives you the blueprint and lets you know who your spouse is and all that stuff, that is a God-ordained marriage. So despite of what you see, you hang on. You hang on. Okay? I'm so passionate about it because I'm so sick and tired of people getting deceived by the enemy. So, this being said, during the preparation process, you're going to be healing the inner child, the wounds and everything that are attached, okay, that cannot go with you into that God-ordained marriage and into your purpose. You are going to be healing all of that. So there's going to be a lot of discomfort. Let's look at the Bible. Let's look at Moses. Let's look at David, all that. They had so much development to do before they were able to get the promises of God, okay? Or how about Job? This is a good example about how not all marriages are God ordained. He lost his wife and all that, and he ended up getting better back. So God was trying to show that he had better. Okay? What God had for him was not the same. So you guys are all going to get, when you go through this process, you're all going to get better. And you have to believe that. But right now you're being prepared for that, because you would not be able to withstand the amount of heartache and all that marriage brings. Marriage is a blessing, but marriage is sacrifice. Marriage is not all I need my needs met. Marriage is also meeting the other person's needs, and maybe your needs are not being met at the time. So sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 60-40. People have this thing in their head where it needs to be 50-50, and that's just not the case. And then a lot of you will then go the opposite approach, and because you were abandoned and rejected, you then want to self-abandon and give them all 100, okay, or 90-10. That's not how it works either. You need to have self-respect, so that you're being prepared for the perfect balance right now. I hope this makes sense. I hope this motivates you guys. I've been going over this with a lot of you clients today, and I hope that you guys get excited. Anyways, if you would like to work with me, I would love to help you evolve in every area of your life. Okay? God has called me to do this, and this is something that I am on a mission to get you guys all to your promised land with milk and honey. reach out through email, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. I repeat, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And we also have 2 Facebook groups, Redeeming the Broken and Dead Marriages Redeemed. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.